What can you build in Game Builder Garage? Games. It's kinda obvious. But what kinds of games can you make with Game Builder Garage? Well, Nintendo has not gone outright and said what kinds of games we can make, but they have shown us a lot of examples. And by looking at those examples, we can maybe try and guess what we can make in this game and how we can use this tool. Well, in the overview trailer, they talk about how they have guided lessons to help you learn about this game. And one of the things they mention is that, very briefly, they say that there are exactly 7 guided lessons. And that got me thinking, what if, because there are only 7 guided lessons, every guided lesson tells you about one type of game that you can make? That would mean that there are 7 types of games that you could create in Game Builder Garage. But that leaves us with the obvious question, what kinds of games are those 7? As I said before, they have given us a lot of examples of games we can make in the trailers. So let's break down this trailer and see what kind of games we can make. The first genre of game is a 2D platformer, and this one is pretty expected because, they showed it in the very first trailer. It was the very first example in the trailer that they showed. So yeah, we are definitely going to be seeing a 2D platformer because it is the one game genre that we have seen the most evidence for. So I look forward to that. Another kind of game that we have seen since the very first trailer is this kind of arcade-style shoot-'em-up. So I expect this to not really have a lot of different variety on what we can do, but it will definitely be fun to play around with the main mechanics of arcade shooters. Maybe switch them up a bit, make something special. I'm excited to do that. I have one idea in mind that I am really excited for, but I'm gonna keep that to myself until I eventually make a video about it. When I saw multiplayer tag, I had a big sigh of relief. I was worried that we weren't going to be able to make co-op games or versus games, or even just generally competitive games because they would not have multiplayer, but now all of my fears have been washed away due to multiplayer tag. It is unknown how deep this multiplayer will be able to go, but either way, I am excited for this, and I am very interested to see what kinds of co-op games people can make and what puzzles they can make with being able to make their entire game revolve around 2 people. Because in Mario Maker 2, even if you make a co-op level, everybody has the same set of abilities unless they have a power-up, but even then, everyone's stuff is the same stuff as everyone else's stuff. So if we can make the different players have different abilities, I think that would be really cool. Not a lot to say for this one other than that it was also very expected and that people are definitely going to try and remake popular 3D games. This kind of viewpoint opens up a lot of different game genres like roguelikes and dungeon crawlers. Now you may notice that what you're looking at right now is not a video, and that is because this very small game showed up for basically 1 second of screen time, but I do think that it is very important, because this shows that the player can be more than something in the game itself. It can be something like a cursor, and this opens the door to so many more possibilities. For example, strategy games like Fire Emblem, where you're not only controlling one character, but a whole army of warriors that you have to carefully figure out what to move there, who to attack, and stuff like that. And think about Tetris, where the one player is not just one little block, but every single block that shows up on the screen. So even though this simplistic writing game showed up for less than a second of screen time, I do think that it is one of the most important things in this overview trailer, even if it's not as exciting on the surface level. It looks like a generic racing game, but at least people can make F-Zero again. So yeah, those are the kinds of games I think we will be able to make in Game Builder Garage. Of course, I could be totally wrong about this is all speculation, I'm just having a little bit of fun. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little theory about what this game will be.